What's up, guys? Welcome back to the weekly video where I try to combine the news, the technical analysis, and the macroeconomic to predict the general market movement for the week ahead. It's gonna be a long one today, so hang in there with me, okay? So I don't know how you do last week, but last week was quite frustrating for me because a lot of my swing trade are short. You know, whatever I predicted last week in the last week video, it kind of came true, but the price action did not. We make a lower low here, but we bounce all the way back up. So at this moment, we start on Monday down, Tuesday down, and then we have the hot ass CPI. We tank and then we recover, and then on Thursday, I believe the PPI and then JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley kind of did bad on the earning, the tank in the morning. I come out like, yo, my portfolio was like swelling in the morning, and then by the midday, that's it, it's just shrink. So you know, it was frustrating, and I make other mistakes too. Just let me show you, okay? So basically, right on the 11, that's where we started, right? So basically, we kind of broke the downtrend, right? We broke the uptrend. But the problem here, we did make a lower low, but like we wasn't able to capture the go under the 370 on the SPY. So I think at this moment right now, it's very bullish for the price action of last week, and especially the volumes here is kind of kick in. So at this moment, the sentiment in some way I believe has changed. The only question is, at this moment, I believe, okay, the earning gonna be driving this market at this moment, because the CPI I think is kind of pricing at this moment right now, because they are expecting that we're going to have a low CPI next week compared to the one. So but that's still debatable, questionable, because the wage inflation, the shelter inflation, those things could be all manipulated, depend how the Fed want it. Okay, so this moment right now, that's a quick recap for last week, but the price action for last week was very bullish. The volume is not that significant here, but still at this moment. But anyway, let's just get to the economic data. Okay, so next week we don't have anything important, to be honest. Housing start on Tuesday, excellent home sale, nothing really on Thursday, and then we have global GMI. So if anything right now on Monday, Tuesday, if the earnings are doing well, I think the uptrend going to continue. At least they're going to try to contest the 50-day moving average. This is where they're going to be. Okay, so we're going to talk about the technical a little bit later in that technical segment of the video. I'm kind of jump back and forth here. All right, so basically next week I think forgot about it. So right now this week, economic data wise, nothing important, but the following week we're going to have the Fed rate decision, right, and also the GDP. So the thing is with the GDP, right, we might have a negative GDP, which is technically we're going to have a technical recession, possible, because some of the stuff that price in right now, they kind of say that we are possible have a negative GDP, but I don't think that we are in recession, even though we have two negative GDP. That's the technical term. I think when we have an increase in unemployment, that's when we go into recession. But at this moment, the recession word, I don't think it's going to be too negative quarter of GDP. Okay, just so you know. But the Fed rate high here, that's going to be something to debate about. We're going to talk about in the other section. For this section, uncertainty stuff, we'll talk about that afterward. Okay, so right now, economic data, nothing for this week, and so basically what's going to drive this market right now is going to be the earning, and whatever going to happen in Europe or China, that's going to move the market. So this moment, this week, we're going to have the two big tech here, Tesla and Netflix, right? So on Monday we have bank, okay, and then IBM. We will talk about this all in the technical, okay. Netflix on Tuesday, I think that's going to move the market, okay. IBM, questionable. I don't think that's going to do anything. All right, and then Tesla on Wednesday. So these things here, possibly, and then we have all this. We're going to go all over this in the technical, so I'm not going to talk about this. So you could just look at the calendar. All right, so that's main thing. I think these going to drive the market movement for the week here. All right. All right, so let's go to uncertainty. I make a lot of update here, so I'm just gonna go over it in blue. If you want to read other stuff, you can. So at this moment right now, right, the question is, we priced in last week, right? We have all this bad news, right? We have the hot CPI. We priced in 1% in the Fed future rate fund, right? And then some of the Fed come out and kind of backpedal, and that's why the market went back up. So that's the thing. So at this moment right now, the question is coming when next week when we have the rate decision, whether or not Powell gonna do what the market price into the Fed rate, or he chicken out. He said, you know what, we might, or the inflation rate is probably going to come down next month, so he might go easy on us. And if he does a 0.5, I think the market will move higher. But the problem is, if he does that, I think the dollar gonna drop, right? Gold gonna jump, and oil price gonna jump. Okay, and then possibly CPI in the future month might come back higher. So if he's not being strong on, he doesn't pivot, then that's gonna be a thing. Okay, so that's one thing. And then old news, at this point, the 2 and 10-year yield curve has inverted, steepest since 2000. So at this moment, within 6 to 12 months, we possibly might have a recession, real recession, not the technical one. Okay, so just so you know. Okay, so that the Fed, nothing on Putin. I mean, Putin, whether or not he going to turn on the pipeline, that's another question, right? I don't want to put that in there because that debating. China here, this is alarming right at this point right now, because they do have bank runs, they have problem with COVID, okay, and now people are boycotting, okay, the they are boycotting the mortgages. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. So I'm going to come out and say this, right? By end of the year, by year end, I think China might have a financial problem, and that's going to contagion over us, and we're going to go into recession probably due to that too. So that's something right now I am expecting. So this is a long-term setup for a play here, a possible play, if you could set it up toward next year for China. All right, so that's something to think about. Inflation at this moment, I think we are peak. Whether we are peak out, that's a question, right? It could be a mirage. Like I said, the wage inflation and self-inflation, those things, they don't really have an actual way to measure it, so they could do whatever they want with it. So that's going to be a question for the next CPI reading. I mean, if it's coming hot next month, that's going to be crazy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, there is still a chance here, because right now everyone think next month gonna be soft. Okay, the number gonna come out soft, but they have been wrong for 2 months consecutively. Okay, so this one, if it's come up hot, I think we're gonna have a bigger sell-off from the market. All right, so that's something to think about. I mean, most likely, I don't think it's gonna happen, but possible. Okay, and then the demand destruction, copper price, okay, it's tanked to very low prices. So that basically a sign of a possible negative for the economy. Okay, so that's something to think about. And nothing else. COVID, yeah, this is the new thing, right? They have some new variant, the BA4 and BA5. I heard it's very contagious, so more people are having problem. Severe or not, that's questionable. I don't know yet. So this more, all I know, there's a new strain. Okay, so that's why people who hasn't have it or end up having it, because they are more contagious. All right, so that's it for that. Okay, so let's get to the technical part, the best part of the video, guys. All right, so all right, let's go to the SPY here. So at this point right now, I think earning gonna drive this this movement right now. So right now I'm expecting, there are a couple level on the upside. I'm expecting we're upside right now. I don't expect to go downside. Possible we still could go downside, but I think next week, where Apple report next week, Apple gonna report. I think Apple gonna make if they guide down, the market might gonna challenge something. There's gonna be a problem. Okay, so that's a possibility. We could make a low low here, a low low on this level. here if Apple next week come out. But this week, I think to be honest, we might make a high here. So there's a couple level. Okay, so at this point, if we talk about this, right? If people who come here and short right this point, the stop loss is probably right here. Talk about just trading, right? So if we reach this level, they're going to be a short covering, and if they're short covering, and they're also new people that buying in, right? Because it's kind of break this level down, semi short-term downtrend here. So people might new buyer could start coming in right here. Okay, and the stop loss gonna be somewhere around here or right here. So new buyer gonna come in. The people who short right here gonna be stopping out. So they're gonna have to cover the short. So more buying pressure, and this could come up here filling the gap. All right, so that a possibility. Okay, and if anything, this is where I think it's next week. If we're gonna go, this is where we're gonna go up to this point, and then the following week where we have all this like Fed rate high, the GDP, and then also Apple. I think that determine if they all come out good, we might make a high. Then we have definitely we're gonna have a temporary bottom at this moment. Okay, so right now I think a bottom possible is in the picture at this moment, because the sentiment has changed last week. So right now, if you have a short position and especially option, and there isn't enough time on there, maybe by ending by next month, those things might be in problem, because I think this move up until next month possible. I don't know. Well, depend. Next week, I think that's another thing to watch. Next week will be a pivotal week because Apple earning and then all that other stuff too. Okay, so right now these are the level that I think gonna be to watch out for. Okay, the volume is not that high here yet, so but we still are in the downtrend. We haven't break out. Okay, and we did make a low here though, so just so you know. But let's take a weekly here. Okay, so this level right here, 410, 410 is it's a 20-day moving average here too. So if we do move up, I think that's where we're gonna the upside gonna have some problem at this moment, short term wise. Okay, so very similar to this area right in around here, right? Yeah, 410. So downtrend, like one of the intermediate downtrend line. So that's something to watch out for. 410. If we do move up, that's where I believe we're going to stop next week, and then we're going to wait for the following week. If we have bad earning, which I mean at this moment, I don't think it's going to move to the downside, to be honest. If we do, this is where we're going to stop, right? So the low, I don't think we're going to make a new low next week, to be honest. Not after the price movement move last week. Okay, just so you know. All right, so that's it for the SPY. And then we have the QQQ here. QQQ is actually doing superb. It did not make a low here. It's actually make a lower high, and that's very bullish. So I think if anything, right here is already broke out of the this short-term trend line here, downtrend line. So right now, I think if we do have a rally, QQQ is going to be the one that deliver. Okay, and I think it's like probably more of the small cap one too. It's not being the big cap, right? Just so you know. Take a look at that. Okay, no need for that. All right, and that Dow Jones right here. Dow Jones moves somewhat nearly the SPY, make a low. Okay, and right now just waiting to pop. Okay. IWM. Nice thing is that it did not make a lower low. It's make a lower high, and usually, like I say, this one kind of leading. Sometimes is a leading indicator. Okay, so right now is actually more bullish too, and small cap are actually doing pretty decent at this moment. Okay, so that's something to think about. And then the volume too is decent, not that crazy, decent, but all right. On the other hand, Dow Jones Transportation here, it make a lower low here, lower low, yeah, on this range, but it's bounced back at this moment right now. So down theory, we'll see if this is also a diversion, right? It's questionable, but something to watch for. All right. TLT here at this moment is already broke out this short-term downtrend line here, and it's slowly moving up. So at this moment, to be honest, I think it's quite extended to the downside already. Okay, if you see that, You know, and if you watch my weekly video, you see this because I go over that. Right now, it's set it up right. This is a monthly chart, but if it's go above, it did one above already. So depend how this month going to end the close. If it go up to, you know, above this, around this area, it could hold around 120, 118, the high. Then we're gonna move up because look at this, right? Look at the way to set up. Measure move up, down here, measure move, so very even out, right? So right now I think this extendedly to the downside volume. All right, and take a look at the weekly chart here. So look at that, the way it's set up. Possible an invert head and shoulder. Okay, left side shoulder, you know, head right now where it's forming. Possible this is another head on the left right side here. So I'm bullish on this, and where the target price is, it's around 125, 130 is a possibility. And then if we are pricing in a recession, and you know, depend what the Fed is doing, increase the rate, depend. And this is where we're going to be, the 200-day moving average. Okay, so right now I just so you know, I am kind of biased because I do have a position. I started on this already. Okay, I closed out my TBT, just so you know. All right, so that's the thing with the TLT. And the next one we have junk bond. Junk bond actually moved up right here this week. It's making high and low here too, and move up. So which is very bullish in some way. But the thing is, the way this set up right now, depend how they're gonna do it. This is gonna be a strong resistance for them, and depend how the economy and what the Fed gonna be doing with the rate. I think this might be the resistance. This is going to be a bear flag, move down, bear flag, and make another low, possibly. But this, I mean, we are still in a downtrend here for this. Okay, so just so you know, we are in a heavy downtrend. So if we do go into recession, you know, target prices is around 85. Okay, $85. Just so you know, that's still a play. We might pull back up here in the short term. But I think the downtrend will continue for the junk bond. Okay, all right. The dollar here, you know, if the dollar move down, which I believe it will, and that's gonna cost the market gonna rally. Okay, that's the thing. Okay? If the dollar has been edging up right now. I think it's extended the way this setup. Look at that. That if you know what this is, right? If it move below, if this next candle move below this thing, this candle, this level here, $28.70, that's a bearish candle formation. Okay, and look at the diversion of the volume. Even though we make a high here, the volume is timid, and then at this we go up, right, new high, and all the way up. The volume isn't there to support it. So right now to me is very bearish, like extended. All right. And look at that candle right here, the weekly candle. This is a freaking bearish candle, okay? So just so you know, if you know technical, this is something to think about. And look at the volume. And this is selling, okay? This close right here. So the upper wedge here is mean selling, okay? So right now we need another week to find out if it's gonna be below, like I say, 28.70. And it's close below that, that means it's going to move down. I don't think it's going to move down real quick though, because the way this move up is slowly moving up. So next resistance level is probably it's going to move $28. It's going to hold, and depend how it's going to move. Okay, so right now we have a lot of support too for this, so it's going to take some time. I don't think it's just going to instantly move down like that. All right, and look at that, right? 2008, 2007, right? COVID. And we make even higher, you know, like, you know, higher than 2008 problem. So as you can see, this is significant. All right, so the dollar signal a recession too. All right, I gotta stop saying all right. I'm sorry. All right, gold here. So if the dollar move down, I think gold will move up, and depend what the Fed do with the interest rate too. If he chicken out and he pivot, gold gonna move up. So you know, if he chicken out, dollar gonna move down, and you know that's gonna be moving up. And if you look at the technical right now, measure move here down, up here, measure move down. I think this somewhat is oversold, and it's kind of reached this projection to the downside also. So go to the upside is possibly a play here. All right, something you could come in and play. And also it reached some support here too, right? Actually not really support. This is just a support low right here, and also the 200 days. So right now, if you want to set up for a long play and goal, maybe a few months out, down toward to the end of the year, it's a possible play here. And projection wise, it's going to be around $168. Okay, there's some price to go up. How much higher it's going to go is questionable, but right now target is at least 168. 168. Okay, so that's something to think about. A possible play. I'm not going to go over silver. Silver is jack shit. All right. Oil here. Oil at this moment right now, the uptrend is still there. It's not that convincing, but right now I put on two lower low here. Lower low, lower low, and a low low, and this kind of like bullish formation here. So depend what's gonna happen. I don't know what Putin gonna do with the oil and the natural gas to the pipeline over there. If whether or not he turn on or off. If he doesn't, there is a catalyst for this to move up. But we do have a lot of resistance though. So just so you know, how much move up is questionable. Okay. But the uptrend right now, if you look at the weekly chart, is still intact, okay? And the monthly still intact. So I mean, all-time high. I mean, I don't how accurate this chart is. I don't know, but you know, 47 still in target possible. Okay, depend what going to be the catalyst is. But right now, the uptrend is still there, even though we are going sideways right now. Okay, but right now this setup to me, this is a falling wedge or falling down channel. It's possible bullish. All right, and then we have Europe here. This shit doesn't look good. It make a low here. Look at that, right? Compared to the SPY, we did not make a low, and they did. So right now the situation in Europe is actually pretty bad with inflation and all that crap that happened with the oil. So we did reach this level. Okay, so whether or not we're gonna go down here, next level is gonna be right here. I draw that shit right now. All right, so oh, actually it's reached that. Well, we'll see what happened. Selling is a lot and buying up here. Selling, okay, the selling is a little bit exhausted. This is buying here. This last week, there's a lot of buying, but not significantly to the average volume. So we will see here. All right, so right now it doesn't look good. Just the downside is still there, but it is somewhat extended, so we are waiting for some kind of catalyst. I mean, it's possibly could move all the way back up, to be honest, just so you know. Be careful here too. If the pipeline and stuff work out, and then our market doing well too, we could they move in somewhat in tandem with our market too, just so you know. Right. All right, then we have Microsoft here. For some reason, Microsoft, I mean, is quite weak. So the big tech did not follow the queue at this moment. Like you know, so this is a week and make a low here. I think they come out and they said they're going to lay off some people and stuff. I don't know what was the news on this, but this doesn't look good. It was good last week, but this the week previously, but last week it did not do well here. I mean, it's making a low here, but you know, this still could be a depend how you look at it. Inverse shoulder, head and shoulder possibly, but right now, very undetermined. It's just stay in the mid, because right here it's in survival. This short term uptrend here is in question. If it broke above, below this, it's going to be a problem. Okay, just so you know at this moment right now. The uptrend is still intact, even though it will go move down, but still, it's something to think about. So we will see how they do on the earning. Okay, and then Google here. It's supposed to split, right? But this price action did not follow through here. It's kind of weird. So we don't know how much the company are cutting on ad. So that's questionable too, right? And it's weaker than the SPY, just so you know. And the tech and the QQQ too. Like I said, like Yeah, this weird. It's not usually they move in tandem too, right? With the QQQ, but so far Microsoft and Google last week they did not. All right, Apple here. On the other hand, Apple did very bullish, broke out of the downtrend line here now. There is a problem. So at this moment right now, I don't know how well they do. I don't expect the earnings to do well, to be honest with you, because at this moment we have high dollar. The high dollar could cut into their earning, right? And then I don't know people whether or not buy a new phone at this point. iPhone 13, who gonna buy that shit now? And then the thing is, I was looking for a new plan, a new phone. They have heavy discount on the iPhone 13. Okay, so that's something to think about. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor. Please, that's the thing about. And then the thing is, right now, it's somewhat sideways, right? It is very bullish in some way, but the thing is, the volume does not support it, right? This high here, look at the volume, and then to make another high here, no volume. So this volume doesn't. It's a diversion in volume with the high move here. So, like I say, next week they have the following week after next week, right? They're gonna have their earning. I think that's gonna be very pivotal. So it might move up here. I mean, to be honest, I still want to short this baby. I have a short position. I start another short position. So far, the second short position not doing well. The first short position still do good, okay? But that's something definitely to watch for this week, all right? And NVIDIA here is quite more bullish as it was bearish. So going right now is with semiconductor, it seems like it's doing better, but right now it look like it might break out of this, and it's just a high low here, you know. So this setup might be bullish for NVIDIA, even though I think it is extended to the downside at this moment right now. But you know, it still could go down low because the thing is crypto, right? There are a lot of people using the graphic card to mine crypto, but crypto have been crashing right now too. So and then China is cracking down on that also. So I'm not sure how well they do. That's also in a question right now. I mean, this could still make another low. So just so you know, it's undetermined, but the price action at this moment is look decent, okay? But it did not go above the 20-day moving average yet. So just so you know, still undetermined. Next is Tesla. Tesla here. I'm bearish on Tesla. All right. All right. Look at this. Okay, it's already broke this upturn. This uptrend line is already broke. Right now, it's been consolidating sideways, and it's put in right now. Like if you draw this right in some way of a symmetrical triangle in some way, or this you could say is like a rising channel, which is bearish either way. Rising channel is more bearish than a symmetrical triangle. Okay, and then when you make a high here, and it's sold off right away with the volume, the high did not have that much volume, right? So right now, very questionable. Okay, it could move up, but it's gonna have to test it all this time, right? 800, if anything, 221. All right, so this I'm bearish on this. Not a financial advice. Look at that shit. All right. And next is Amazon. Amazon is setting up nearly the same way here. It's kind of broke out of the downtrend line here, but it's sideways in this symmetrical shape right now. So it's undetermined. I mean, whether or not people cut, I mean, it's pricey in some way. You know, whether or not the cut prompt service, okay, and whether or not they're selling stuff. Right now, the way this setup could be very bearish, and then it's also broke this, you know, this short-term uptrend here. So at this moment right now, this could be a bear flag, you know, and then this could break down. So the earning will tell, because the way this setup right now is waiting for news. Okay, you could set up a straddle maybe if you want to do an option. That's something to think about. Meta here, Meta, man, this doesn't look good. Okay, it's been making. I mean, this is the falling channel here. It should be bullish, but this setup right here, right? It moved down and it's just sideways for a while now, for like a month, and You know, this didn't even pull back 50%, probably like 38% retracement here, bounce, and then it just sideways. I mean, the earning based on you know, they make money with ad rate, so I'm not sure how well they do here. I mean, I think it's gonna go lower. 136 here, possible right now. So this setup is not like, it should be moving up high here, then it's more bullish. But right now, the way this setup, I would, because this is a tight consolidation range right here, I would set up both way. If I do this a straddle for this, it makes a lot more sense, because sideways consolidation in this tight small range here, I would do that for, I would set it up beforehand. I don't know when the earning gonna be, and then hopefully, you know, the premium increase when they come in, and you could close out some and then let it play the rest for free. That's something you could do if you want to do option with that. All right. All right, next one, Netflix. It's very similar setup as the thing, but this is even more bearish because it's been consolidating for like 2 months now, since May, right? So it's 2 months sideways in this small consolidation range, right? So straddle is, I definitely play this, right? Both way. This is definitely a play. And then we do have earning next week, right? Oh yeah, Tuesday after hour. Okay. So right now, look at this, right? Move down, heavy volume on the move down, and look at the pullback here, like maybe 23% retracement, right? Of a bounce, which is very bearish, and then it's been sideways ever since. So right now it's waiting for the catalyst. So it could move both way. Okay, and it's right at the cut of the long-term trend line here, but broke below this, major problem. Okay, and look at this, the next support level right here is 133. All right, so I'm more bearish on this, but they did have some changes recently. They're gonna have, so ad, right, and news thing, so that might change. We'll see on this, right? So depend how this earning gonna do, and then we'll see what. But right now, straddle, it should be the play for Netflix. Okay, set it up, and then on Monday, set up on Monday, and hopefully on Tuesday in the morning, you the premium go up, and you could close out some, and then let the rest run for free. So that's something you could do, right, with the option. All right, and the next one we have is financial. I mean, it make a new low here, which is bearish, but it's bounced back. I mean, JP Morgan Stanley didn't do well, Wells Fargo didn't do well, only Citi did well, and then it ripped. All right, that's what's kind of weird. So this moment right now is still in the downtrend. Okay, it's act like the SPY right now. So we will see, but it's more bearish because it did make a new low. Okay, just a lower low. Just so you know, at this moment. I'm not sure how well the whole thing gonna do. We still have Goldman Sachs and all that stuff this coming week, right? And on Monday. Right, and then healthcare here. Healthcare, I think, is going to consolidate sideways until further notice at this moment, because people does want to come into this for a possible recession play. Okay, so right now, but this might be tough. It could set up a inverse head and shoulder right here. You could see, right? Invert head and shoulder possibly, and could go higher. Depend how the whole general market move. I mean, it could this whole earnings season, but this is the 200-day moving average. So just so you know, there is a resistance right there. All right. Utility here, it doesn't look that great. It's kind of stacking out after this bounce back here. So depend what the Fed gonna do, and in the long term, if we do go into recession, this shit ain't gonna be safe. Okay, just so you know. All right. Look at the monthly chart. 2008 here, look at that, this should crash also. All right, just watch out. And then XLE, which is energy, which is composed of mostly oil company. So at this moment, even oil price move up, I don't think oil company gonna do well. So if you play oil, I would just play with oil prices. All right, not maybe the company. I don't think it's gonna be a good thing. That it kind of broke, the uptrend has already broken. All right, so if they do move back, depend how you're going to draw the uptrend. You know, we could move back up to like 77. Okay, and then I think that's going to be peter out. Okay, so at this moment I don't recommend. Yeah, do what you want, but I mean the way this setup too is kind of bullish also, but but the bounce, the upside here, I think is limited. I don't think we're going to go all the way back up to 92 unless we have something like crazy happen. Okay, we need some kind of crazy catalyst for this thing to move up. I'm sorry, excuse me. All right, for the move back all the way up to 92, but that's going to be a tough one. And then we have some semiconductor index here. It's kind of bullish right here. Invert head and shoulder possibly, right? Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. So inverse here possibly. The volume kind of moving ahead. We're still in a downtrend line though. So right now we could move up. I mean, if we do move up, we have a rally in the summer. This is where maybe 250, 240, 250. Possibly we could move all the way up with this thing right now, because this kind of look like the bottom base here. And let's take a look at the weekly chart. Nearly the 200. It's still very up on the side. Oh, the volume. Look at the volume. I didn't see that. Yeah, that's a problem. But we will see, because we have to make a higher high here. If we make above this high, because right now we are testing. Actually, we are testing this this resistance level here. So be careful in some way too. So I'm not very bullish on this now at this moment. I didn't see that. I forgot. I drew this out. I might make a note in my head and I forgot about it. So we will see how it's due around 220 level. If it make a high and see how much pullback it is. But the volume here are not too great. Look at that volume. Okay, so be careful. Yeah, all right, but it's possible it's moving up, but definitely still in a downtrend. All right, so let's get to the earning next week. The bank earning at this moment right now, since Friday move is bearish, right? It's Thursday, it make a new low here, all right, and then Friday it gained everything back after city came out doing well. So it's questionable. I mean, at this moment, all the bank right now, because JP Morgan didn't do well, Morgan Stanley didn't do well, Wells Fargo didn't do that well. So I'm not sure how well this is going to be doing. Upside, I mean, there are possible upside, 34 right here. But right now, if you do anything with option, this candle here, I think built in a lot of premium already on Friday, so it's kind of late to play this. So I would just recommend you play intraday. All right, and take a look right here. It is kind of extended to the sell-off, right? It went below 200-day moving average, and now it's come near to the support level. So I mean, I believe it is extended to the downside. So bank possibly might have a rally. All right. And then Goldman Sachs here, same situation. Okay, nearly same setup, and it's kind of too late to play for option because of the premium anyway. After Friday, kind of messing up. All right, short swap here look a little bit different, right, compared to Bank of America. Actually, kind of the same. Bank of America a little bit different. So right here, I don't know. It's on the verge. Debatable. How much upside? Questionable also. I mean, people. Ooh. Alright, it's at the support. Kind of extended. And this is a falling channel right now. I mean, it did not make a new low here. Well, we will see. I mean, I don't know how much the movement is. Usually the earning, they don't move that much. This one move a lot. Here, yeah, they don't move a lot of earnings. So just play intraday at this moment. That's what I could recommend. It's indeterminate. IBM here, no play for this. I think this in the sideways consolidation. So look at that, right? It's like, look how shitty the weekly, the daily chart look. It's so like, what the hell? But if you pull out on the weekly chart here, look, it's just sideways consolidation and symmetrical triangle right now. So right now, when it's in consolidation, don't play until it reach 145 or something, breakout level. Then you could do that intraday. Okay, you have to trade that intraday. All right, J&J. Let me see here. I mean, sideways consolidation, really no play, and then they don't move that much during earning anyway. So just if anything, intraday play, you could trade it. All right. Okay, Halliburton. Right now the setup is very similar to the the XLE setup, and then it's coming to this support level at this point. So right now, I mean, it's possibly due for about, ooh, look at that. It's kind of broke this time. Oh, this doesn't look good. It's broke the uptrend line here, short-term uptrend line. So right now, I mean, the upside is kind of limited. I'm sorry, I'm kind of sick too. Yeah. So at this moment, I wouldn't recommend to play this because you don't know. I mean, at this moment, you expect them to do well, but that's probably priced in already. So, and then we have this like 31 here. So I mean, how much upside you're gonna get is depend. To play beforehand, I would just recommend to play after earning. All right. Lucky Martin, sideways setup, I think. Yeah, so really no play, and then it's too expensive to play this anyway. The price is too high, but I just want to see how the chart is for this stock. It's kind of right now kind of sideways, downside a little bit, and it's at the support right now. It's in the long run, I think this should be beneficial because the Europe, they increased their defense spending and all that stuff. So, and then with all that airplane, F-22, I think. So in the long run, I think this might be good. Next one we have Hasbro. Okay, story time. Okay, I went to Target last week, and I went to the toy section. Usually the toy section has only like 2 small spot with clearance, but this time I think it ended up with like 6-7 spot of clearance. So people are not buying toys at this moment, okay? And they're like, Pokemon toys is 50% of discount. Some of the stuff is too crazy, okay? And then there is like inventory is everywhere, okay? So right now I'm very embarrassed. And another story, I thrift. I go to thrift shop, okay? Usually the thrift shop, the toy section and the thrift shop, this place I go there for like the past like maybe 4 months now. Before before all this inflation shit hit, the toy section usually like empty, not empty, but like decently sell off. But now it's so much inventory there. So that's another problem. So right now I'm very, very bearish at Hasbro. The only problem is I don't know how to play this to the downside, because look at the put side, right? It has like a monthly thing, and it's kind of expensive. I mean, I don't know how much it's gonna move. I have to do some calculation here. But the way this set up, look at this, right? It put on a low on Friday, so it was bearish, okay? Because they do have earning on Tuesday. I believe it's on Tuesday. The earning, yeah, Tuesday morning. So on Monday you could set this up, but look, it's Friday and make a new low on Friday. So the setup wise, okay, this is not a financial advice, okay? So just so you know, right now it's kind of broke this like, look at this, right? They spend like a year, more than a year and a half, sideways consolidate, and now it's broke under, okay? And look at this volume, it kind of pick up a little bit, right? So right now I am very bearish in this. The way I see too, so I see visually when you believe visually. So right now this I want to play downside. So if you could figure out play the downside, drop in the comment section, man. Let me know, because I think this shit gonna drop, and it can move a lot during earning. I see this drop 10% before during earning. So let me know if you figure out how to play for this. All right. JB Hunt, this is trucking. I mean, it's look a little bit bullish for some reason here, but on Friday it broken out, make a high here, right? New high. So I don't know. Right now, down transportation, it broke under this. So right now, I mean, if it bounced back, there are a decent room to play here. But I'm not sure how you're gonna play this. It's questionable too, to be honest, because this move up right here, the volume, this high, this volume isn't there. But right here, this kind of like questionable because this selling, not buying, you know. So depend. But it move above the 20-day moving average. But if you could set this up, this is a potential play. ASML, this is the semiconductor. The way this set up, I think, is already moved. So for option plays, why I think it's probably expensive, and this thing is $500. Probably will be expensive, but there is an upside target here. This is a resistance level. So I mean, I would just play intraday. This stock doesn't trade that well anyway, but I just want to see how the chart is for somebody sector. All right. And then Abbott Lab here. The way this setup look decent. Okay, put on a high low here, and if it make a high here, then you could play intraday. Okay, depend how the earning is. If it go above 110, you know, that's a possibility you could do intraday play. Continuation play possibly during the day, but I wouldn't set it up. How much this move is questionable. Is this still in a downtrend line? Okay, we do have a downtrend line here, so even if we move above that, how much more we move, that's questionable. And then I don't think they move much during earning either, so just wait and see approach. Okay, yeah, it coming to support level, as you could see. All right, this one is decent. I don't know what happened with Biogen here, but this setup looked decent. It base out here, this like you know, big circle. All right, it broke out downtrend line, sideways, retested the downtrend line, which is very bullish. All right, and then make a higher low here, move up, make a higher high with decent volume right here. All right, and then make another high with not a lot of volume, but right now target is around 225 here. And then if we make a high, I think something gonna happen, because this sideways consolidation here is the bottom, is the base. It's really good base out, so something possible could happen. This is a weekly chart. Look at that, right? And move down to monthly here. So this is a sideways consolidation, as you could see, right? Big sideways consolidation. It's a down, and at the 200-day moving average on the monthly chart. I am bullish for this shit. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what they have some new drug coming out that's gonna be FDA approved. I don't know, but this looks good for like in some way of a play here. So that's why I like to go over this chart, because you never know what you're gonna see. But right now, it's definitely something to think about. I don't know if you figured out something, or if there's something in play possible. Let me know in the comment section, because this is a possible good play here. All right, so that what I could say about earning. I mean, this way, the way the movement up right this already, I don't know. You could do, I would just wait after earning and trade it. But for like semi short term swing trade in the semi long term upcoming, I think something gonna happen with Biogen there. Okay, airplane UA. I mean, I don't know. The earning didn't come out that well at this moment. I would just wait intraday trading this, okay, because in some way it's sideways. All right, I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's not very beneficial anyway. All right, so cola here. I just want to see how these material stock, commodity stock are doing. Not too well, okay. But at this point right now, I'm not recommending any play, to be honest, because the uptrend already broken. We come back and we hold up the. Right now we are contesting this support line right here. So whether or not it is kind of extended, okay, if you do the measure move down, up, and then down, it's kind of reached the projection. It's possibly have some kind of a due for up move here. So if you want to play upside, possible. I mean, if the dollar go down and all that stuff, short term in the short term run, that's possibly could be a bullish. Not a financial advice, okay, just something to think about. Las Vegas Sand, I think this is sideways consolidation right now, so no play until it reach out one of these things. But at this moment, I think it's going to just sideways consolidating, unless China crumble, okay, and which by the year end we'll find out. Because right now, all right, so no play for this, okay, just wait after earning. Okay, and then we have CSX here, the rail. I mean, at this moment, this is kind of bearish. Okay, you know what? If you want to play on the upside as a possibility, if you want to set it up, because it's kind of broke out here already. But you know, be careful. There's a resistance level at $30. So I mean, I don't know how much they're gonna move, to be honest. With this, usually they don't move that much during earning either, right? I just want to see the how this downtrend put down theory is. That's why I look at these chart also, you know. All right, American Airlines, same shit. You know, it's actually this volume here look decent. Whether or not they're gonna break above this right now, this resistance is the tough resistance to test out, right? It's kind of sideways right now too, so I really no play on this. Just after earning, just wait. Okay, nothing to jump in about. AT&T, same shit, just sideways movement. I mean, that doesn't move that much anyway. I just want to see the chart, to be honest. It might put in the bottom already for this right now, you know. So we'll see. I think it's gonna just go sideways. It's a value stock, you know, nothing to play about. I just want to see the chart, for you to see the chart too. Okay, so DHI here, the home. This is home building, right? I'm surprised when I see this, right? It's moved up a lot. It's crazy. It's moved up. It came down, make a new low, and then I guess the interest rate and all that stuff. It kind of came down, and then this just fuses up. To be honest, I don't think it's gonna make a new. It might make a high here, but I think it's gonna go sideways for now. This uptrend right here that they do right here, the volume doesn't really support it. Okay, so right now I think it's gonna go sideways for a while. See, it's come back down to the COVID high, pre-COVID high, and it's bounced back up. So right now I think I'm more technical, and if anything, it's gonna try to find a base possibly here. Unless we go into recession, then it's gonna make a lower low. But right now I think it's gonna just go sideways within this range. Okay, so don't play that. Just wait after earning. This chart doesn't look good. Look at this. This is material, right? This chemical, and if chemical are not doing well, that's saying we possibly go into recession, right? This like similar to copper too, right? So right now it's making a new low, new low here. It doesn't look good for the economy wise, and it kind of this sideways consolidation right here. It just make a low. So it doesn't look good, and the volume that's come down here is heavy right now. Even on here, the volume is like actually jump up. I would not recommend a place because it's quite extended to downside already, so you don't know how much more it could go, and then the upside is questionable also, you know. So at this moment, no play after earning. Right here, that's possible. That's a short-term projection wise. Actually, no, man, look at that. Yeah. So that's $52. If you, that's potential upside for you. So not very beneficial. Domino Pizza. I mean, this could be moving up here. The way this set up, it's kind of bullish, and I'm not sure because people are broke to go to Domino Pizza. So I don't eat pizza, But look at this, short-term uptrend has been broken. So I mean, it could move all the way back. So I mean, right now it could go all the way back up here. And when it does move back up here and we do go into recession, this is a good short candidate, just so you know. Right here, it make a double top right here, right? And look at that, right? Double top, this become resistant, and also we have the uptrend line. So that's a good spot to short into it if it does move all the way back up. Right now, if you want to play upside potential, the way it is set up, it's kind of bullish. To both way, it could move both sides, because this is like kind of consolidating sideways for a bit here, right? For the whole month, right? Yeah, for the whole month, it kind of sideways here. So I mean, if you want straddle or whatever you want to set up, that's a potential play here. All right. Ooh, Union Pacific just doesn't look great. It just make a new low here on Thursday, and Friday has pop up, and it's also broke the the short-term uptrend here. Also doesn't look good for the down. That's why downtrend put make a low also. So just so you know, that downtrend put doesn't support the move up in the SPY. So that's a diversion right there. You could see on the individual stock itself. Okay, even airline. Okay, next one is Blackstone. Okay, so just so you know, I do have a short position on it. I started it last week. The way this setup, I mean, you could look at both ways. Okay? If you trade channel, this is the low in the channel. This should make a high, right? But I'm shorting because the thing is, this have a lot of investment in real estate, and real estate is not doing well this past month, right? So I'm not sure. And the way this look right here, the next support, it still has room to go down here. So I think it's going to make a low because look the way this move down here, okay, with high volume, right? And then it's kind of bear flag sideways, and it could move down more. Okay, that's what my expectation. I could, like I say, the other on the other hand, I did give you the bullish side, right? Is at the lower of the channel, so it should move back up here in the short term. So both way, okay, the possibility. But the thing is, so far the financial are not doing that great. So we will see, all right? But I am biased to the downside because I do have the position, just so you know. Philip Morris here doesn't look good, but it is coming to support level. So at this moment, I don't know how they're gonna move, but it's in the sideways consolidation right now, based on you could see. So really no play for this, to be honest. If you want to play an upside, possibly, but I don't know how much upside, I mean, you're gonna get with the earning. I would just play afterward, okay? Because right now, if we go into recession and with all this inflation, I mean, addiction to cigarette is one thing, but do you have money to spend? That's the question, right? Right. Next one is AutoNation. This is in the sideways consolidation, so there's really no setup at this moment. I wouldn't do anything. Okay, I would just wait after earning. All right, and then next we have Snap here. This is dangerous. All right, look at this. This is daily chart, and it's been sideways after this gap down. And there's a big gap down, and this is around 38% retracement from the bounce, and then to make a low, and it's just sideways. This a straddle, and I'm scared, to be honest. I believe it's going to go to the downside. I use Snap, and to be honest, not a lot of people on there. And look at this, right? This volume down sideways here, a lot more red. I think it might go down to $7. I do have position on this, but I am very bad. And look at this, it's broke this uptrend line. It's like this trend line is very hard to break, but it's broke, you know. So very bearish. This shit, I have bad feeling for this, to be honest. So be careful, just so you know. I'm warning this. I don't have any trading position. I do have a long-term position, and it's not looking good. All right, Mattel. Mattel chart. I'm bearish on Hasbro, right? Same shit here. And this thing is up really high. The way the setup is a little bit different, right? Let's draw some line here. They didn't do any. You know what? It could broke. Oh man, you know this. You could short this too. This cheaper to play here. Possible. Yeah, the way to set up is make a new low also on Friday. So, you know what? Very similar setup to the downside, maybe. Not a lot of upside on the upside here. So something to think about. Something to think about. I would definitely think about that on Monday when we come back. All right. Okay. Seagate here. This has already moved with all that semiconductor move, but it's coming to resistance here. I think this is a major resistance too, sideways. It kind of broke this and then bounced back, and ooh, short-term uptrend line is also broken. Tough call here. I would not play this beforehand. I would wait because this is high here. Volume is fair. Yeah, be careful. I would play it after earning because the way this set up right now, I don't think it's beneficial to come early. All right, there's really no setup for that. All right, Capital One. I don't have a position for on this, but I do have position on American Express. Okay, I tried to short this. I didn't get a good price on it, so I didn't go. Right now, I mean, this setup could be bullish because this reversal right here with this volume and then the sideways, it did not make a low here. So I mean, this way it's set up, this could move up in the short term right here. This volume is decent also because like on Friday everything just ripped. And right now at this support right here, I mean, it could go lower. The next target right here is 85 if it broke this level. So right now it's like contesting with the 200-day moving average and this major support right here. So I mean, if the earning doesn't come out bad, this could move up, but I think it's going to be in the downtrend. Look at this, right? I'm going to show you this Capital One versus Visa. Visa chart. Look how good Visa chart look. Not a dent. MasterCard, same thing, not a dent. That's why I afraid to short those. But with Capital One, I would willing to go and short it, but I wasn't able to get the price. So at this moment right now, it's questionable. It could go both way. So I mean, if you want to do a straddle or whatever you want to set up, that's a potential, okay? But upside might be somewhat limited, okay? Just so you know, downside, there's some way to go, all right? Okay, I have this here. I am very upset. It was deep in the money. Now it's kind of like coming back. The way to set up right now, I have to say, I'm afraid it's gonna bounce. It is free right now, what I have, but it was a lot of more money in the thing. But now, because I was waiting to see, but at this moment right now, we will see. We're still in a downtrend. Depend how we're gonna do on Monday, the earning of BAC and Goldman Sachs, and then it's gonna see on this earning right here. But at this moment, it is a free play. It is worth much more, but still, I am still bearish on this. But the way the setup right now, it could be bullish too. The way it's just sideways right now. It could move both ways, just so you know. All right. And then I think last but not least is Verizon. It's sideways. You know, you just play after earning for this because they don't move that much anyway. Look at the sideways consolidation. It kind of broke on a short. It broke the uptrend here. Okay, and now, but it's probably going to just sideways. All right, guys. So basically, I think that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you are still watching at this point, you're a crazy person. All right, but anyway guys, thank you and good luck trading next week, and have fun. Bye.